Hey guys, what's up? It's your man Pete. Just thought I would do a short little update video to let you all know what's going on in the pre-construction condo game, as I have a few clients here that are looking for some pre-construction units, and to be honest, we're having a hell of a time. Can you believe it? Me having difficulty getting pre-construction units? That's just how bad it is right now out there, as projects are literally getting sold out in a week and developers are holding back units to sell to their friends and family, and there just doesn't seem to be enough properties for everyone to go around. So basically there's more buyers, more demand, more money sloshing around the GTA market than there are properties to buy. So this is literally called money chasing properties. But I'll get into more of that a little bit more towards the end of the video, where I explain why I just don't see prices slowing down and I just don't see demand slowing down anytime soon here in the Toronto and GTA market. But of course, as I always do, I'll give you my personal tips and advice on how you should proceed if you're having trouble purchasing a pre-construction unit and you're eager to spend tens of thousands of dollars right now. And I should point out that I'm excellent at helping people spend their money wisely. It's kind of my talent. But we'll see you guys on the other side right after this. Hey guys, we're back. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, we are literally in one of the worst times possible to buy a pre-construction condo. I've been in this game for about 15 years and I've never seen it worse than this. You know, a long time ago, builders would have to, build a showroom. They would have to throw like these parties and events to try to hype up the building, hype up the area, hype up the development project, and try to sell as many units as possible. And back in the day, it sometimes would take them half a year, or sometimes even 2 or 3 years to sell one phase of a project. And today, they're getting sold in less than a week. And the reason for this is there's just so few units available for sale. There's a constriction on supply and on building, and Toronto and the GTA has literally found this easy way of making money. It's almost like a drug to them to throw money into a property, throw into a pre-construction, and see if it's actually going to go up in value. So essentially speculating. And it's not just happening in downtown or in the core of proper Toronto, it's even happening out in the outer reaches, the GTA, such as Oakville, Burlington, Mississauga, Newmarket, Durham. It's everywhere. The city has gone literally real estate mad, I tell ya. Sorry for the poor English accent. With prices pretty well now starting at $1,000 per square foot, getting into your standard size condo, 600 to 700 square feet, is literally going to cost you close to $700,000, which is absolutely insane given where I started in the business, where pre-construction was selling in the 200s or the 300s. And with such greater emphasis on size and space these days, where you just can't really start off with a single one bedroom anymore. Like, you need a 1+ den at least to start with, so that you've got a workout room, you've got an office you can work from, you can hold meetings, essentially the Zoom room. And so what does this all mean for you? Well, it basically means prices are going up. Demand has actually intensified, and this is not necessarily because of the pandemic, and it's just more people and everyone's growing up and wanting to have their own space and their own properties. And of course, they definitely want to get in before prices go even further. Of course, one of the really strong and major reasons why the pre-construction market is so strong is because, well, there's a lack of commitment in terms of trying to get a mortgage, like right now. Why deal with a mortgage? Just push it off into the future, because in fact, it is a very invasive process, right? And the mortgage and financing is actually the hardest part of a whole real estate transaction. Let's throw in some money, let's see what happens, let's see if this property goes up in value without actually having to own the property. So what I'm saying is that the process is so simple, so easy, so streamlined that anybody can do it. You don't have to qualify. You don't have to jump through any hurdles to purchase a property, or at least to have a property purchased on paper. And what we're definitely seeing is a lot of young people throwing their money in. Maybe they've got $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and they're just tossing their money into the pot, years before they're even ready to move out of their parents' basement. But then we also have a lot of parents who are very concerned for their children as well too. And so they're purchasing property way ahead, way before their children are even ready to own these properties, so that they will have something in the future. If you watch my channel and you follow it closely, we always talk about real estate being generational wealth, right? And so real estate is the epitome of real estate transfer of wealth. And so you've got a lot of parents who are either giving deposits or giving down payments, or they're just purchasing it way ahead so that in the future their kids have at least some property, because they just don't feel like they're going to be able to afford these properties in the future, which is really kind of a very scary thought if you think about it. And so yeah, a lot of this is fear-based and people are taking action. And so that's why we're seeing such a strong concentration of buying activity, because I guess people see a lot of future and potential for the GTA real estate market. But yeah, a long time ago, it wasn't this easy to sell pre-construction properties. It was really difficult because the trust level wasn't there, right? It's like, who is this builder? Like, I got to give them my money, and what am I getting in return? Some contracts? They could literally run away with that money. And these days, the marketing, you don't even need to set up a showroom anymore. You don't need to be a reputable builder anymore. You just have to set up a landing page, start collecting emails, maybe run some ads here or there, or hire another firm to help you do the marketing. And voila, you've literally got a list of thousands of people ready to throw tens of thousands or even hundreds of thousands of dollars each into the pot because they're competing to buy units. It feels almost like a lottery. It's like if you get a unit, it's like, oh, God bless you. Thank you for giving me this unit. Here's $100,000. But of course, there's always some risks involved in pre-construction. And if you guys have watched some of my past videos, you might know about that. Or we could do that as a discussion or a topic for another video in the future. Okay, so what should you do if you're ready to make a move right now? What if you're not purchasing property for your kids who are 15 years old right now? What if you actually want to buy a place you want to get in like right now, and you're finding it difficult to buy pre-construction? If it's too difficult to get the pre-construction and you're ready to move now, you're ready to make the arrangements on financing, then I would recommend that you still consider resale or possibly even an assignment, because it's just you're purchasing it at a much lower price per square foot. You don't have to have that worry and concern of, when is this thing going to get finished? I really want to move in now. And then another thing is when you're buying it a little bit cheaper, you sort of get to ride that wave of the rising tide. So as every project comes out, every new project that gets announced and the prices get higher and higher, the resale is actually cheaper, and that's actually going to lift up the price of your property. And then at the same time, if the market ever turns, you're not at that top price point where prices are going to drop the fastest, right? So there is some risk mitigation there if you do buy resale, but of course this all depends on whether you're ready to arrange a mortgage, whether you're ready to live in the property or at least rent out the property in the meantime, because you will actually hold title and register to the property. So you actually get something physical in return if you purchase the property right now. And so what we're seeing right now in the market is there's just so much demand. There's just an excess demand of people wanting to throw money into projects, any projects. And so it becomes really difficult to buy pre-construction now. And then of course you can't negotiate, and in fact you're beholden to the prices that the builders are set. Depending on when you get in, they can literally raise the prices every single week whenever they want to. And in fact right now mortgages are about as cheap as I think they're ever going to get. And we're hearing talks that interest rates will probably rise in 2022, although that's not confirmed yet, but I just don't see it being any cheaper than it is right now. But however, if you're really dead set on pre-construction, you're looking at a longer time frame into the future, and you're basically going to have to sign up for any project, every project. You have to fill out worksheets and sort of sit there and wait on your hands until they come to you with a unit, and basically you have to choose whatever unit they give to you. So you don't really actually get to choose, you don't get to negotiate, you just got to pay what they ask you to pay. That's it. But of course, when you buy pre-construction, when you buy anything new, you will always get the 10-day cooling period where you can take your contract to your lawyer, have them review it. You can think about it during that time. And if you don't want to proceed, you can always say, I'm going to return the unit, give me back my checks, and then they'll take the unit and willingly sell it to the next person. But truly, I have never seen a frenzy like this in terms of pre-construction, and it's absolutely bonkers. And especially at these prices, starting at $1,000 per square foot. So needless to say, guys, prices are going up. Been saying it for years. Once we hit that $1,000 per square foot threshold, it's really open season after that. We don't know where it's going to land, and we're seeing that it's actually going up very quickly once we hit that 1,000 per square foot. It's like when Roger Bannister first hit that 4-minute mile. After that, all these other runners started hitting the 4-minute mile. So the belief in Toronto is here. It's now, and it's at $1,000 per square foot to start with. So if you guys need some professional advice, guidance on how you should navigate and proceed in this market, and hit us up here at Selling Toronto. Contact is in the description below. If you're tired of just wasting time, you're tired of losing money, you're tired of just finally getting something done and moving on with your life, then hit us up here. We're happy to help. We're going to give you the best advice and guidance possible in this industry. So I hope you guys found this video helpful, useful in some way, informative. Please feel free to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, leave us a comment down below. If you've got a question or a show idea, post it down there. We might make a video about it if we think it's good for the entire audience. So we'll see you guys in another one. Thanks for watching. We really appreciate you, and bye for now. The city has gone real estate mad, I tell ya.